California Congressman Adam Schiff has made a name for himself by repeatedly lying about President Trump, including his involvement with Ukraine. However, as One America's Pearson Sharp explains, the congressman has his own shady ties to Ukraine that the mainstream media won't investigate.
Democratic Congressman Adam Schiff has repeatedly made headlines for his vicious and unwarranted attacks on President Trump since he took office. But Schiff has some skeletons in his own closet that the mainstream media seems reluctant to investigate. For example, his apparently extensive connections to Ukraine. Back when the Ukrainian collusion scandal was just getting underway last year, Schiff's staffer, Thomas Eager, visited Ukraine from August 24th through the 31st. It's important to note that Eager is a member of the Atlantic Council. That's a left-wing think tank and a shadowy organization financed by some of the most sinister people in politics today, including George Soros. Eager's trip was also paid for by the Atlantic Council, which works with and is also funded by none other than Burisma, the Ukrainian gas company at the center of the corruption scandal involving Joe and Hunter Biden. So to summarize, Adam Schiff, who was investigating President Trump for looking into Burisma, sends his own staffer on a trip to Ukraine that's paid for in part by Burisma. That's not Adam Schiff's only questionable connection to Ukraine, however, as it appears he has lingering contact with a shady Ukrainian oligarch, Igor Pasternak. The Kazakhstan-born billionaire now manages his own aerospace company called Worldwide Aeroscorp, which, among other things, fulfills defense contracts for Ukraine and the United States. But Pasternak also has a hand in siphoning money to prominent politicians in both parties, including Adam Schiff. Back in 2013, he held a fundraiser for Schiff at his Washington, D.C. mansion, where guests were charged up to $2,500 for attending. All checks were to be made payable to Adam Schiff for Congress. After that, Schiff went to bat for Pasternak, and Schiff's lobbying firm even managed to secure a $60 million contract from the Pentagon for one of Pasternak's projects. But that's clearly not an example of quid pro quo. Adam Schiff also appears to be financially connected to at least two U.S. corporations tied to the $7.4 billion corruption scandal involving Ukrainian gas giant Burisma. Schiff's own financial records reveal he was invested in BlackRock and Franklin Templeton Investments, both of which were named in a money laundering scheme by Ukrainian lawmakers. None of this will ever be mentioned by the mainstream media. But it seems clear that if Democrats actually want to look at foreign collusion, the best place to start would be in their own party.